How would you like to decrease stress while increasing creativity, clarity, and productivity? I'm going to tell you right now one of the dopest secrets in the world, so we're going to get after it. Let's do it. Sounded like Tone Loc a bit. Let's do it. Aloha. If you're new around these parts, I am Doc Rock. I teach you how to become a better creator, get your YouTube on, and get super dope with your live streams. Today, we're going to talk about morning pages. Yes, morning pages. It's a little tactic done by creative people all around the world, especially writers. There's a whole bunch that you can research on this. I'm not even going to get into the details. I'm just going to give you the basics because I want to get after it and I want to keep it quick. If you want to know more, just look up morning pages and you'll get the dirty. But let's dive right in and let me explain to you what it is. Morning pages is basically getting up in the morning, getting out a composition book, scratch paper. You can use your iPad if you want. You can use a keyboard if you want. I find it better to do it freehand, and we'll talk about that in a second. But you just want to write down 3 pages. It comes out to roughly 750 words. Now, going back to what I just said, 750 words is kind of funny because way back in the day when I used to do this religiously, I used to use a site called 750words.com by a guy named Buster Benson. I later found just doing it by hand and writing on traditional paper is a little bit easier, and it's easier to get it out of your head. So in theory, the thought process behind morning pages is doing this level of self-reflection not only increases your creativity, it increases your clarity through self-reflection, and therefore gives you better productivity because you don't spend a lot of time in a day like sort of marinating and vegetating over the craziness of the world because you're coming at it from a clear position. So let me give you some more of the breakdown here. Get up, grab yourself a comfortable position. You can get your coffee or whatever, put on a little bit of lo-fi beats and just start writing. It doesn't have to be any structure. It doesn't have to be, say, grammatically correct or punctually correct or any of that stuff. You just really need to brain dump. Just get the hand moving, brain dumping. You're letting out your thoughts. You can recap yesterday. You can plan out what's going for today. Anything that comes to mind. The key word here is stream of consciousness. Just let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Wait, that's a different song. You can write about your progress. You can write about your dreams. You can write about your plans. You can write about your goals. You can write about what's bothering you. You can write about what you want to eat that day. You can write about whatever. Just let it flow. 750 words if you're typing, 3 pages if you're writing. And by doing this every day, you will start to get better and you'll start to reflect. Now, I know some of you right now are freaking out. 3 pages. You know what? I like to make things easy for you. I want you to get started. And remember, I always say the journey of 10,000 miles starts with a single step. So in the beginning, just write a half a page. Once you get started, you'll find out 3 pages is a lot easier than you think. This isn't like school where you're doing the research work. You're doing stream of consciousness. So just write it. You can set yourself a timer and be like, hey, I'm going to just write for 5 minutes or 15 minutes. And that's, really going to depend on your handwriting speed. But stream of consciousness, just get it out. Morning pages, 750 words. If you want to get an idea of where to start, just check out 750words.com. That's a good place to get it twisted. And you'll probably come back to paper like I did. No, I don't personally use anything fancy. I'm talking about $3-4 composition books from the QQ shop. We don't have those here. It's called the dollar store. In Japan, the QQ shop is the single 100 yen. Anyway, never mind. Now you know about morning pages. Just make sure you slap the subscribe button. Let's get that creativity going. Hit the notification bell. Let's get that creativity going and watch the video that's coming up next. Let's get that creativity going.